Uh, Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. What?
Oh no.
As you wish, Captain. I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
I'd like to replay Eridanos from the beginning. Maybe this is it. Yep.
Impeccable timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Just check the audio. Check. Check.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me?
Those are great.
It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
It's gonna rain. I wanna be nice. Alright, mister.
Halcyon Helen is dead. Murdered. Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
Why me?
Captain Hawthorne, Sublight's favorite freelancer. I'm such an admirer of your work. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel, least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
I've never heard of Sublight.
Don't worry. You and I are going to become very close acquaintances. I run the Grand Colonial Hotel and Piraeus Spaceport. Ludovico and I are business partners, in a manner of speaking. Eridanos is our shared responsibility.
Eridanos is not our shared responsibility. Eridanos is my responsibility, to which you and your organization have latched on like a parasite.
Ludovico, you wound me. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give him the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract? Because I promise you, I'll win.
Should I let them?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Honest to law, how hard is it to hire a freelancer? Apologies, Mr. Ludovico. That was inappropriate of me. Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You're reliable and competent. You've been taking care of yourself ever since you arrived on Halcyon. And you're entirely independent. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
So how many people are involved in this communication?
Just the three of us. You must excuse us. The situation on Eridanos is tense. If we don't bring Helen's killer to justice, this scandal could scupper our entire operation. Please, Captain, I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
You can count on me.
The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. But Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover. Helen was more than popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever provide. Real happiness. No one has ever been as well known or as well loved. Outside of our courageous business leaders.
Honestly, you seem competent. You could have dealt with this.
I represent the law, Captain. But what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the Administrator is politics. Politics are not my area of expertise. The law is simple. Politics are complicated. Me? Worn out? Perish the notion. My days are filled with catering to the oh-so-reasonable requests of Mr. Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon. What's not to like?
Yeah.
Your words, not mine. Please don't take my lack of disagreement as anything other than fatigue. I am a content, productive, and happy member of our society.
They seem to have issues.
The Administrator oversees Rizzo's operations. Cedric runs the hotel and the spaceport. They're always at each other's throats. My life would be so much easier if they'd simply learn to work together.
I mean, it's check and balances, so...
I'm pleased to hear that. From everything I've heard, you're a competent freelancer. And at the risk of sounding impertinent, we desperately need the help of someone competent. Thank you for your time, Captain. Whenever you're ready, I've authorized the Unreliable to land at the Grand Colonial.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system.
Just like Jupiter.
The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving. There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
I say that. What a boost in confidence. So we're already here. Let's get going. The usual, Vicar Max and Parvati. Let's go! And it's raining hard. What you think, Parvati?
Something you need?
Never mind. How about the Vicar?
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged.
It's been months
What's
since I
occupying
saw
your
guys.
thoughts?
Nothing. I just miss you. Ooh. Okay.
No.
Yeah, and it's open on the other side. That still counts as experience points, so it's still good. This Eridanos? I don't think this is Eridanos. We were cleared to land there, but we didn't land there yet. So. What am I doing? Okay, my bad, my bad. Oh, so we're in Terra 2. We're going to Eridanos. Let's go!
We're now docked at Eridanos'
luxury landing pad. Joy, joy, don't be you, be better. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. Workplace malaise is moral bankruptcy. It's rumbling. Level 30, so I don't know what's the max level for this game. I left this game months ago after finishing the game. So bear with me. I need to do adjustments. I need to reacclimate myself. Controls and whatnot. So, Parvati, what do you think of Eridanos?
I can't believe Miss Helen's gone. Feels like it's going against the laws of nature somehow. I used to watch Helen's serials. She'd fall into mortal peril every couple episodes, but she always lived in the end. Breathtaking. Have you looked over the edge of the complex yet? Just watch the clouds turning? It's like an ocean without end. It's more than just clouds, Captain. It's a marvel. Did you know there are storms in Eridanos that last for centuries? Eridanos is 100 times the mass of Terra 2, 800 times the volume, 10 times the diameter. We're flying through the tiniest layer of habitable atmosphere. Sometimes I can't believe how small my world used to be. My horizons were about as wide as the walls of Edgewater.
I wish I could see. Jupiter and Saturn are real.
Yeah. We've come a long way. Yeah? I mean, what do you need? Captain? Mr. Sir?
We'll talk later. Hey, Vicar, where are you? Oh,
I welcome our opportunity to discover who killed Miss Bellamy, but I fear the common serial theme of inspectors meting out justice is as flimsy as their unconvincing storylines.
Okay.
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
Stuck. Whoa. Is that thing attached to the rock? So these things are floating. Or are they connected to the surface? There seems to be about 3 separate floating islands. And what's that? What's another one? So there are 4, 5. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. Rizzo's spectrum.
Everything bad about the Zemptium all in one place, with even less class somehow.
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
Okay, fill me in.
I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
The fans were very upset by the weak plot contrivances in her latest offering, though that hardly seems a worthy motive.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose.
Was she a divisive figure?
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
How did she get famous in?
Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment.
But they do.
Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. It's still an awful shame. A lot of folks looking forward to that. bet it was. Rizzo's rented out the ballroom in the hotel just for the launch event. Reckoned it was gonna be a real swell affair. Rizzo's ain't unveiled the product since the debut of Spectrum Ultraviolet. Invisible to the naked eye, and as it happened, prone to causing massive internal bleeding. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
I don't think you take any bags. We don't have any bags.
You're certain? Alright then. Guess we can probably set you up with some spare uniforms if you must yours.
Bellhop, your skin looks weird. Now we look for items. Wait. Ouch. He does it. Do you become stealthier when you crouch? I'm not really sure, but it feels like it.
I could have sworn you.
Lockdown. No one's allowed in or out until the murder investigation's concluded.
Do you have any idea who I am? I could bury you under 6 tons of paperwork before you had the time to cry out for your supervisor.
I'm sure you could, but we fed our last box of grievance forms into the incinerator a few months ago. Is there anything I can do for you in the meantime?
I cannot believe this.
Man, what a pansy.
How many bits I've spent at the Grand Colonial?
Who cares, man?
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead. No, I'm sorry. We don't serve any drinks with those tiny umbrellas.
Tiny umbrellas?
Are you enjoying the amenities?
Not much. I'm not really sure if this is stealing or just picking them up. Should I? Okay. Never mind.
The Grand Colonial,
Oh.
where the elite come to get away from their oh-so-difficult lives in Byzantium.
GC. I'm a completionist, so I'll have to check every nook in this place. right?
Hey,
Oh,
you!
Who?
What do you think you're doing?
I was just leaving.
Don't let me get you again, all right?
I was just leaving, man. Where did he come from? Hey, Amelia.
Move along.
You have a name, so you'll play a role later, I guess. I have no idea what to sell right now. Use this ones. Cheap ones. Armor, I think I need every armor. They have, if I remember, they have stat boosting capabilities. So I can pass checks. I need these. Melt. Surely I can steal now. Still poor. Finish the game, still poor. Distillation. Okay. You're looking. You're just ammo. It's not worth it. I'll leave those things.
That's a hunting reserve over there, in the clouds above a gas giant. Makes about as much sense as any of this, I suppose.
You deny the views fit to stop one's heart.
Really? Considering the circumstances, that's the euphemism you decide to use?
Salt tuna fillet a la Helen. Chipical salad with peafy nuts and purple berry glaze. Tasty soup with bread and woolly butter. Braised whole canned dark matter mock apples. How do you read that? Aerosol spritz. Okay. Souffle. So it's French dishes. French cuisine. Sun. Paul. Accelerator, blue water coloring, oscillator. Three, 4, 3. Pool cleaner, blue water coloring, chlorine sol, and hydrogenated defoamer. Okay. Blue water coloring is number 4. Chlorine sol 1, 4, 1, and the defoamer is 5. 4, 1, 5. 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 5. Yeah. I got the pool cleaner. Oh, this is the... Wow! It didn't hold back. Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. It's crazy. What's else wilderness?
That's him, Captain.
Oh yeah. Didn't even check if there's a guy inside. Yeah, somewhere. Okay. I think the build is all about pistols. Oh yeah, I had a rifle. This magnum. This another pistol and another pistol. Yeah. Gunslinger, that's why. Evan, remember, cards tonight. If you don't show, I'll set a raptidon loose in here with you. I'm kidding, but don't forget you hear? I need help knocking Bea down the wrong tree. She's had me like a field course for her. Botanical Operations Building cards. So, Fritz. Evan and Fritz. Who did I show? Bea. Evan wrote a letter. Fritz wrote Evan a letter. They hated Bea. Okay, gotcha. I'm stuck. Stuck. We're gonna get all the lock picks, mag picks, and by the shot. Hey guy.
We don't toss troublemakers out of airlocks. We just throw them over the edge.
Is this supposed to be a comfort room? Or a warehouse? This goes to the orchards, okay.
Anyone up for a game of sudden death knockout? Yeah, me either.
I wanna play. How do we play?
Be thankful the whole place doesn't smell this bad. It's surprising this pool was the only thing in such a state around here, considering how the elite usually comport themselves.
Insert pool chemical. What happens if I go here? Will it hurt? It don't. Okay. Hey, Dolph.
Oh, you're that inspector. Right. Sorry, but the pool's currently closed on account of it stinking worse than my boss. What can I do for you?
Why is it all green?
Space me if I knew. I got here for my shift this morning and found it this way. They can't yell at me for this one, which is good, because a lot of folks seem upset by it.
Yeah.
Gee, you're pretty sharp. Yeah, the reception party would have extended out here, but we had to close it off. What with the contamination. And now the reception ain't happening anyway. Can't do much now but wait for the stench to wear off. We found the individual hired to clean face down in a puddle of his own spit in the orchards. Guess he won't be helping.
Why? What?
Look, I call it how I see it. They found the poor slackwit alongside syringes enough to put down a herd of mantisaurs.
OD?
His family will have to be fined. Rizzo should have been more careful about who they hired. They're lucky nothing got permanently damaged.
Should I share this to him? Yeah, I have this pool cleaner. Yeah.
Wow, they should have just cut out the wage garnisher and hired you. Why don't you add your mix to the pool doohickey over yonder? And that's usually what the last guy did. So long as you don't want to go in, I can answer anything you like.
You're heavily armed.
Yeah, it's part of the job. I think I'm listed as a security consultant. But all that really means is that if I'm caught without this thing, I get put on pool guard duty. I don't know what happens if I'm caught without it on pool guard duty, but I know that I don't want to find out. Yep, still dead. Usually Rizzo's is pretty good at making sure the people they hire ain't got triplicale for brains, but that fella clearly wasn't worth trusting. I met him briefly once. Seemed level-headed enough, but that must have been just a front. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made such a mess of things.
Possibly got murdered. That's everything for now.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks, Dolph. With your cool swimwear. Okay. Now, that's nice. That's nice. Speak to me. What? What's that thing? Speak to the mysterious note. What's that thing? Should I? I should have saved. Let's see. Okay. Still dirty. I'll return to you. I have to check the rest. The Rizzo's employees journal had a note asking for any opportunistic freelancer to sleep with them on the dock. Later, finish checking all the perimeter. Piraeus Spaceport. Why would I contact Cedric? Okay, so can Cannon stay there? I suppose. There's a guy here. I don't like getting caught. It ruins my reputation. Process junk. Cool. They turn them into cubes. So I guess we're going inside the hotel. Can't even cross over the low fence. And that jump hurts you. Sullivan, we got a new mark today from the bellhops. Green ship crate is on the back wall. Jewelry box should be there. Just take the whole thing. These folk are so rich they probably won't even notice. The fence in the warehouse should be buying. Make sure to keep the bellhops cut before you go spending. Okay. So there's a fence here, and bellhop helps thieves. I remember Red Dead. Wait, this is the hotel. What's this place? Oh, I came here from the start. Okay, I get it. First things first, we proceed.
Helen could meet a fate like this.
It really is a terrible shame. I absolutely adored her cereals.
Dissident could be here.
Okay, one more check. This time the perimeter of the building itself. Such a big place. How do you holster a gun? Holster a gun. What neon? Jump, reload, special ability. I don't even use those things. Hold weapon holstering. E. Okay, gotcha. What? Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. A is jump. X. Gotcha. Okay. I'm good. Less intimidating. This is the opposite side. So if I go here, I'll be returning to where I came from. Oh, this is the rear part. The pool should be there. Is it the pool? Oh no, I'm lost. Is that a chicken? Oh, there's the pool. There's the tennis court. And the pool. Hey Donovan. Are you the guy? Are you the guy? Huh? Is that you? Oh, it is you.
I saw you meander on out of the pool and into the greenhouse. Now you're here. Does that mean what I think it means?
What do you think it means?
Might mean that you can be trusted. Might not. Guess we'll see.
Yeah, why?
Maybe not. Maybe I just want Rizzo's working relationship with Slug to implode for the benefit of Spacer's choice. But you're right. It ain't high profile. And it ain't gotta be. Any damage to Rizzo's is cause for celebration. You ain't gotta concern yourself with my spite. Consider me an average Byzantine, and I'll consider you an average contractor.
I'm not really a bad guy. Yeah.
Shame. Well, I hope you'll soon see Rizzo's for what they are, and help me bring them low.
Soon, but it's pretty pointless to target an innocent pool.
Nice.
Okay, maybe I can clean the pool now. Yeah, it's clean. Very clean. A mechanical contraption for propagating chemicals inserted above through the pool water. Irion was here. Who the hell is Irion? Irion? Maybe that's a guy. A friend of Donovan. Ah, these poor sprats. No more dying sprats. Water's clean now.
Oh, thanks a million, Inspector. The smell cleared right up. Well, in a couple hours, the guests might even be back. Then I actually gotta start doing my job.
Yeah.
Of course, we're not gonna get a follow-up shipment for the water anytime soon, so they'll have to content themselves on the deck.
At least.
I got a little something for making my job that much less miserable. It's the key to our storeroom. If my boss asks, you never met me.
A key? Oh. I'll persuade you.
I guess I can spare a few bits. And, here, this pack of smokes. Sorry, they don't really load me up with the goods.
It's okay.
I gotta get back to it if you don't mind, Inspector.
Thanks, Dolph. Key to the storeroom. I don't know where is the storeroom. Quest. Is this it? Slug storeroom key. You know, you can inspect items like this. Okay, now we go back to main quest. We have to enter the hotel. Do we want to enter from there or in the front? And we'll go here.
And I bet you believe how...
Let's do this thing. It's pretty hot in here. This place looks awesome.
Ooh, feels like I'm breathing rich people air.
It is the main menu music.
Ready when you are.
Back to the game. Where should we go first? This place is big.
The murder has inflicted severe emotional trauma on me. I demand a room upgrade.
Wow. Entitled rich people.
I can't believe Helen's gone. We're never going to get a sequel to Terror on Monarch.
Halston. Join us for the Profit of Profitability Seminar. That sounds a scam. A flyer promoting a productotherapy seminar with renowned prophet of profitability Jasmine Leyva at her retreat in the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Under her patented system, purge your body of nefarious humors, stopping you from unlocking your true productive potential. Okay. Yeah. That's right. Oh, Grand Gold. Here first, or should I explore? Will I miss something? I have to save first. Guys, let's go here.
No problem. I'll head over.
Let's close this thing. I'll save again. Welcome to the Grand Colonial Concierge Terminal. Please do not store any insufficiently encrypted gossip on the Grand Colonial Concierge Terminal. Yes, please. From annoyed. Do you like torturing me? Is that what this is? When I first learned I'd be just beneath the floor, occupied by the Rizzo's Rangers, I was excited, as any Tospel-loving Halcyonite should be. What I did not anticipate is the degree to which these hullheads seem to enjoy prancing to and fro, pounding on their floor and my ceiling every hour of the architect's cursed day. Did they install a Tospel court upstairs while I wasn't looking, or is this normal? And worst of all, it sounds like one of them has decided to start imitating a woolly cow. I'll give them that. It's a convincing facsimile, but it has no place in a hotel. And each bleat is so loud it shakes the glasses on my face. I demand a room change yesterday for each additional hour after midnight today that I am not re-home. I expect at least one employee to be fired. Wow. To whatever member of the help it may concern, I've heard a horrible clanking passing my room every night for the past 6 nights. Yesterday, I mustered up all my courage and sent a servant to look, and upon her return, she said seen what looks like an armed mechanical wander by my room for the past 6 nights. She said it was something called the Burbage 3001 and that it was a serial star. If this machine is a serial star, I must ask, why are you filming outside our rooms without paying us? We're not consenting to having our temporary property filmed. There's no doubt a contract for this, and if the machine is being allowed to wander without being filmed, then I want to be paid double. Do you have any idea how dangerous that thing could be? It could tread on my foot and ruin my aspirations to be a professional dancer if I ever decide to have those aspirations. Wow, I don't see a way to respond. Okay, VIP guest list. Ruth Bellamy, yeah, she died. Spencer Woolrich, Black Hole, Dirty Holcomb. I don't know who these guys are. Okay. Despite her celebrity status, a greater part of Halcyon Helen's requests have been fairly normal: soap, shampoo, new towels, and so on. The one exception is her unusual consumption of food and drink. I'm not one to judge about that sort of thing. Law knows I've seen stranger proclivities from other guests, but she really does request a lot and frequently. Listen to this. For lunch today, she ordered 6 borscht and bean sandwiches, 2 purple berry shakes, 2 purple berry liqueurs, several retro rockets, and cigarettes enough to crush a teacup cannon. I'd wonder if she's planning a party, but the cleaning staff say that every time they've gone up, there's been no sign of what she's ordered. If Helen really does keep managing to get through all of what she's been ordering, then maybe she should consider quitting show business and entering the competitive consumption scene instead. Maybe she has companions in her room. In the past 2 weeks, I have received 315 different service requests from Sir Woolrich. These requests include, but are not limited to, his entire wardrobe from Terra and Monarch for 13 different outfits, including a primal set. So this guy is another actor. 5 gallons of each color of Spectrum except black. Wants 50 gallons of black. Teacup cannons of various breeds. Plasma launcher. And consisting of over 60% of all total requests and an unupgraded room. Administrator Ludovico authorized him to move into the second largest room just to shut him the hell up. But Halcyon and Helen get the biggest one, and of course, Woolrich can accept that it's been eclipsed. Does he have a motive for murdering Helen? Got another room upgrade request as I was typing this, and more than half a mind to send an exterminator to fumigate his room just so he can request anything else for a while. But then he might come down here and try to talk to me, and I think I'd quite honestly rather be dead. And who's this Holcomb birdie? Holcomb's requests have been about what you'd expect from a professional skullcracker. Toss ball sticks, new clothes. Okay, he's a player. New clothes because he keeps, and I quote, accidentally tearing the shirts that are too small for my giant muscles. Funny how the rips I've seen look more like they've been made by hand. I've noticed that he's asked for a very little in the way of effort accelerators or enhancers. No skin tough, no oxycomb, not even any dervish mist. Typically, tossball players go through that filth like no one else. Maybe Holcomb's trying to prove something to Helen. Whatever it is, I don't think it's going to break out. He's trying to prove he's natural, and he's trying to prove he's buff. Okay. Time to hack. To concierge from Cedric Kincannon, the damn fool Housen. I have reasons to believe Ludovico is getting agitated again, which will likely present itself in several dozen messages to you, each demanding a reduction in Rizzo's payments. Funnel these messages into the trash if you please. If Ludovico wants to renegotiate the terms of our contract, he's welcome to take his operations elsewhere, Cedric. Oh, that's why they have fights and arguments. Ludovico wants discounts. Cannon don't care.
Welcome to the Grand.
Oh, there.
If you...
The Grand Ballroom. Hey, someone's talking to me. What?
Damn, when was the last time I slept? Hello. I hope you're enjoying your visit.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the amenities?
Someone asked me that earlier.
I hope you catch the killer soon, Inspector. I don't want to see the Grand Colonial shut down.
Leave it to me. Needler. Tell Needler, should you ever need, fillable with wide variety of fast-acting combat chemicals. Okay, I don't have the key. This is the murder scene.
Black Hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Is that Helen? Can I go past security?
My last quarterly review said I had an attitude problem. Morale improvement program fixed me right up.
I don't know if I'll get shot if I cross this line. Okay, now.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on.
Nice.
Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you.
Okay.
An extraordinary contraption. You'll love it.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
Oh, it's like a scanner? Interesting, I'm guessing this device makes use of deterministic calculus.
You're rather sharp in your upper story. I can see why you're the inspector. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
That sounds strangely like scientism. Expecting the doctrine of the OSI to have any bearing on reality is quite an assumption.
Oh, goodness, no. I don't care for OSI doctrine. I just enjoy their math.
So it's a magnifying glass.
Yes. It's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one. It looks through the glass of reality itself.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
Okay. Thanks to the half-genius, half-mad scientist mind of Dr. Goodnight, you've been granted the discrepancy amplifier, a handy investigation device for uncovering clues throughout Eridanos. Be sure to equip the discrepancy amplifier in a weapon slot before you continue your hunt for Helen's killer. Okay. Sure. So... what should I replace? Sorry, Salvager's helper. I'm gonna replace you with this thing. Discrepancy amplifier. Okay. Sure. Oh, there's footsteps.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification. The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition, scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you. This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants. Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint. Excellent observation, Inspector. The following compounds have been detected: purpleberry residue, nitrogen-rich fertilizer, common grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards located not far from the Grand Colonio. This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
Sure. Is this a side quest or what? Okay. Poor Helen. Good night.
The purpleberry orchards. And a footprint. Inspector, that was absolutely marvelous. Beautifully deduced. With the help of my discrepancy amplifier, of course. Ah, I was waiting for this. Yes, of course. I'm only too eager to cooperate. My apologies, Inspector. I've not yet finished my autopsy. Come back later? Oh! Why, I'm flattered, Inspector. Let me think. I've worked at the Grand Colonial for about as long as it's been around. Prior to that, I lived in Byzantium, but I always felt like it was missing something. And that something turned out to be corpses. Byzantium has much in the way of luxury, but examining the dead does not rank amongst the preferred activities of the elite. Absolutely. Usually I'm just a medical practitioner, so I almost never get to deal with anything as unique, or as quiet, as a corpse. The most interesting thing I saw prior to this was the back of Mr. Woolrich's throat after he blew out his vocal cords shouting at an attendant. If I weren't here, I'd be back in my quarters, rewatching Byzantium in the spring, or working on my automatic sprat peeler. Oh, good. One of my favorite subjects. Ask away, my dear. Ask away. I didn't expect an existentialist question so early today. It's a need. Just as sprats feel they must breed, or canids feel they must brutally maul each other, I feel the need to create.
Engineering, science, and different. I need to boost my stats.
Inspector, I'm sure you don't want to spend 4 hours talking back and forth about the intricacies of a science project. It works. That's the important part.
Okay.
Because you're the inspector. I should think that's rather obvious. I invented the discrepancy amplifier to assist me in my own medical work. When you were hired to investigate Helen's death, I realized I had my own part to play. I programmed the amplifier to assist you. I'm entrusting it to your care because I want to see my invention help a brilliant inspector solve the murder of the century. You don't miss a thing, do you, Inspector? I can see why the constable recommended hiring you. Think of the amplifier as my gift to you. May it avail you in the swift and efficient prosecution of justice. I still have the blueprint and several extra prototypes floating around, but I might recommend you try to be careful with it. Some of the amplifier's internal components are rare, shall we say, and I don't have an indefinite supply. You sure you don't want to know anything else? Oh, all right. We can change the subject. Oh, good. One of my favorite subjects. Ask away, my dear. Ask away. You sure you don't want to know anything else? Oh, all right. We can change the subject.
Journey 82, Science 70. Very low. Intelligence is average. My character is pretty dumb.
Yes, Inspector?
Something I should know? Are you asking me these questions in an official capacity? I'm encouraged to know you're taking this job seriously. Please, ask your questions. Norval, head bellhop. He was understandably distraught. I believe his feelings were genuine. He's a remarkably poor actor. Hotel security corroborates his whereabouts during the murder. I haven't included him in my list of suspects, but neither am I convinced of his innocence. There's no sign of the murder weapon. Whatever it was that killed Helen, the killer took it with them. Frankly, I'm having trouble imagining exactly what it was that killed her.
No.
Helen was known to carry her signature weapon, a bespoke handgun known as the Needler. There was no sign of any such weapon on her body. If there were any witnesses, none came forward. Ballroom cameras were also offline at the time of the murder. Helen was very particular about having cameras on her. Security footage would have constituted documentary filmmaking. Can't afford that. Spencer Woolrich and Bertie Holcomb are officially persons of interest in this investigation. I've mostly ruled out Mr. Woolrich, leaving Bertie Holcomb as my lead suspect. Let me rephrase that. He's your lead suspect. I've been instructed to turn this case over to your capable hands, while I continue to serve as a consultant. Mr. Woolrich was Halcyon Helen's professional rival. It's possible jealousy drove him to take Helen out of the picture. I apologize for the wordplay. Conversely, Mr. Bertie Holcomb was Helen's paramour. The relationship was reportedly dissolved. I can't rule out her murder as a crime of passion. Mr. Holcomb was in a romantic relationship with Helen. This alone is not enough to make him a lead suspect, but he does play tossball. Black Hole Birdie currently holds the record for most non-consecutive blows to the head. His tendency toward irrational and violent behavior is well documented. Woolrich thinks of himself as a serious and distinguished actor. He was frequently cast in demeaning roles, while Helen played the charismatic heroine. He has reason to be envious. I considered the possibility that Woolrich killed Helen in order to eliminate a rival and advance his own career. But my reasoning collapsed under closer scrutiny. Woolrich owes his career to Helen's dramas. Her death likely harms his long-term prospects. I'm struggling to determine a motivation for him, so I've largely ruled him out. Please, ask your questions. Anything else? I'm afraid I must decline. It isn't personal, Inspector. I'm just on duty right now. Talk to me later, after you've met with Administrator Ludovico. I'll make time to chat. You've got my cooperation. Anything else?
How awful! I left my favorite jacket in there.
With House
outside.
Oh, come on. Why is the lounge closed? I wanted brunch.
Hey!
I was going to wash my hands, I swear!
I'm just gonna check the bathroom. Sorry, man.
I did. Murder or no murder, it is my right to loiter on a bar stool. How else should I be expected to avoid my wife?
Welcome, Dr. Winifred. Good night. This is her room. Back pains. Another day, another case that forced me to drink. The ill-fated Byzantine of the hour thought it prudent to gorge himself on enough purple-berry wine to incapacitate the primal. He then attempted to reach the lobby by stairs rather than an elevator and fell down 6 flights. Automechanical servants broke his fall. He broke their servo mechanisms and will be built accordingly. Fractures in left clavicle, right femur, parietal bone, ribs, more injuries than brain cells. I recommended replacing purple berry wine with Rizzo Spectrum Violet in order to appease Rizzo's company policy. Nina Han, extreme excitability. Finally, something a little different from the norm. Miss Han came in earlier today, escorted by her sister. Apparently, not long after arriving on Eridanos, the two of them went on a trip through the Purple Dare orchards. Miss Han's sister visited the puzzle hedges, but quickly became lost. When she eventually made her way out, Miss Han was nowhere to be found. The sister claims that Miss Han returned to their hotel room several hours later, but has been unusual ever since. Her sister described the patient as formerly sullen, morose, phlegmatic, and given to melancholia. Her demeanor has transformed into an unpleasant degree of levity and shocking enthusiasm toward everything. I suggested vast quantities of cheap alcohol, okay? She got excited by alcohol! That's it. Only 2 patients. Okay. Nothing useful. Wait. Replacements. Why? Why would they take this? These are replacement models of the discrepancy amplifier fitted with backups of its logic module. A label reads in case of careless inspector. That's pretty specific.
Hello? Hello? Can't you let me in yet? I've been waiting almost 15 minutes.
Oh, is that lady wanting to get inside the lounge? Is hungry. Gain access to VIP guest floor and check into the penthouse suite. Pick up the room key from the concierge desk. Okay.
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards. The prize is supposed to be something valuable.
I need a key. But wait.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What's this? Halcyon Helen encounters the Slugmen. Having fought their way past the numerous bandit ambushes and hostile automechanicals, Halcyon Helen and Olympus Opal had found themselves to the gates of the dissident hideout. "You're a fine partner, easily better than my last," said Helen, "but I dare say these fiends outrank your typical anti-establishment scum. Many of them were scientists before they deserted the corporations, whereupon they stole technology for their own nefarious purposes. I've seen their abominations, and they're more than a typical person can handle. You should return to your job and to the place where you're needed." "Though I know my work was valuable," Opal said, "I am still pleased that I was promoted to assist in your quest to rid the galaxy of those who would threaten the colony's productivity. The two of us together will, I believe, be twice as effective in eliminating the enemies of the board." Helen did not respond. but instead bid her companion be silent, for she had seen that the gates to the dissident hideout were no longer shut. Someone or something had opened them. Oh, there's a terminal. Can I use this? Can I? Oh, I can steal the keys. Will she notice me? Saving. Okay, penthouse key. She did not. That's weird. It's weird. And VIP. Okay. Security stacks.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. An industrial-grade laxative has been added to the liquor in these bottles.
Why? Someone put laxative in this drinks. Tosser's uniform. Severed head of Burbage 2000. The head of Burbage 2000 torn from his body in the penultimate act of Titus Androidicus. Why, foolish Burbage? Dost thou not perceive that Halcyon is but a wilderness of dissidents, and it is only through our citizens' vigilance that they will be caught? Report any and all suspicious behavior to your local consul. She sucks at guarding her items. Hey.
I'm sorry, sir, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are suspect. Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon. Why, you?
Yep.
Oh, Mr. Kincannon. He runs all sublet underground operations in the Eridanos atmospheric complex, including the Grand Colonial Hotel. But he keeps his office down in the warehouse district, near the docks. If you should require to meet with him in person, you're most likely to find him there. While you're here, Inspector, could I set you up with a room?
I already have a room. Sure.
For you, only the best, sir, of course. You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently. So recently that unfortunately the room's still being cleaned.
Helen's room.
The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer. My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know? You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aetherwave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed. Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry. That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism.
Maybe someone is with her in her room.
Ah, Birdie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I've a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split. Her deal? Not making them. I'd laugh at my own comment, but everyone knows there's no bigger joke than the prophet of profitability herself. Didn't you hear Helen's interview? That woman is the definition of humbuggery. Anyone who gives her the time of day is a right fool. I mean, Spencer Woolrich has taken several of her productivity seminars, and look where it got him. Don't waste your time. If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
That's enough.
That's a shame, Inspector. What if I wanted to know a little about you?
The fewer people who know about me, the better.
A man of mystery, are you? Consider me intrigued. It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and ambition. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer. Twice the size of the next biggest room, and kitted out with any amenity you want, as well as many that you won't. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can afford the penthouse suite have enough bits to suffocate everyone on Terra 2. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him. Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the utmost parts of the hotel. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health. Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about the sewers beneath Rizzo's plant, either. Of interest to your investigation? Well, I suppose there is that one door we're not supposed to open.
Where?
But I'm sorry, Inspector, I'm not authorized to grant you access to any staff sections of the hotel. You'll have to find a way in on your own.
Okay.
If you're sure.
Goodbye. Thanks for the info. Hey.
Why, hello there. Goodness, I always enjoy seeing guests, but it's been so long since I've chatted face to face that I about hopped out of my skin at the sight of you. Excuse me, I should introduce myself, though you might know me already, just not by name. I'm Bellhop Sullivan. You've likely heard my dulcet tones through the elevator intercom. Oh, that's so nice of you to say. I'm glad to meet you too. Now that our introductions are out of the way, do let me know if I can help you with anything.
Guess not press a button themselves.
Well, yes, but having an operator certifies that the right guests end up on the proper floors. We wouldn't want tossball players rubbing shoulders with CEOs. It'd be anarchy. Plus, there's always the risk a guest chips a nail or loses a ring on a button. It's an extra effort, but the Grand Colonial prides itself on personalized service in all things. That and the elevator still works if I'm ever not around. I do take occasional breaks and sleep every so often. Oh yes, Norville's great. Always
Norville's
ready to help any and all
witness.
guests who might need it. And so handsome, too. His judgment sometimes leaves something to be desired, I will say. Kept badgering Halcyon Helen prior to her death about an autograph or something. A little beyond his station.
Do you know anything about Halcyon Helen's murder?
Unfortunately not. I was in the operator room for the elevator, as usual. The camera feed only allows me to see within the elevator, which always has many people coming through. For what it's worth, the murder was a right shame. I always enjoyed the serials starring Ms. Helen, though I did find them prone to repetitive plot structures. But I'm sure you've heard the rumor about what actually did her in. That marauders got into the hotel and management is covering it up so the guests don't run off. Well, not necessarily, but they're fairly prevalent on the other complexes. It wouldn't take much for them to find their way here. Slug claims they've got the problem under control, but I don't understand why they haven't simply gone and exterminated all of the marauders like the vermin they are. Oh, well, I'm just here to push buttons.
Goodbye. Thanks, Sullivan. So, how do you enter this? Oh. If I'm gonna investigate, I should have higher stats and sneaking and tech. This is okay. Alright, where's the ballroom? Grand ballroom. Ah, okay, I get it. This was a grand
Well, I
ballroom.
suppose I've...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Didn't we inspected this earlier? Okay.
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
Was she trying to spell the name of the killer?
This hypothesis is plausible, but requires additional information.
Her ex? Isn't Black Hole Birdie saying here?
Mr. Bertie Holcomb is indeed known to frequent places of leisure and hospitality, as rare as they are in Halcyon.
The Spectrum?
Correct. Bertie Blackhole Holcomb is a registered guest at the Grand Colonial Hotel.
Black Hole Holcomb is a registered guest, yeah.
Accessing guest database B. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VIPs: Bertie, Black Hole,
and
Burbage 3001.
The robot. Make a note of this for later amplifier.
This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved compliment. Splendid work, Inspector.
Thanks. Okay, so...
Get your damnable hair out of my face! I can't see the corpse!
I'm supposed to go to my room? Speak with Administrator Ludovico via the penthouse terminal. Yeah, I gotta go to my room. And here, okay.
Hello there, my inordinately... Oh, you're the one who visited me. Hello again. Thanks so much for brightening my day. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
Never mind. I think I'd like to see the VIP
What
room.
floor would you like to visit?
I'd like to visit the VIP guest floor. Later.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Okay, later. Penthouse. There sure are a lot of cards here. Are you a bartender? Hey.
Pigsty! Slovenly! These premises are unsuitably disordered.
This is Sam. Oh, this is our room. It's pretty big. Ellie.
I'm gonna nick a few towels. They won't notice.
Yeah. Yoka.
You think they'd object to me setting up a tanning station here?
Is this Parvati?
There's no room service, right? Just asking.
And Felix.
So this is what a clean room smells like.
Yeah, your first time? This board is covered with a loose collection of photographs and papers. Okay, these are all my clues. And these are the pictures. Where are these? Medicine. I remembered companions and also racer stats. I probably need 2 smart guys. V-car? Is that you?
The opulence of this place is stifling.
Okay, let's talk to... What's this? Ooh, oh no.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Are these her clothes? Or is this ours?
The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
So she was carrying it, but somehow it got removed.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for...
What is this? Recording?
Helen! I love you! I love you so much!
Welcome, R. Bellamy. From a hack. 81. I need to wear something to increase my hacking points. Hiking kilted stealth. Why am I wearing this? I should have been wearing Chimera, I think. Okay, so I need to wear something for hacking. Medical leadership. Hacking is a stealth skill. Yep, it is. Engineering. Lockpick. There. Standard. Aramid ballistics. Hack is 83. Just manually increase it. There. Miss H. Helen, Halcyon Helen, thank you for choosing the Eridanos atmospheric complex inside of your next publicity and marketing campaign by endorsing the Spectrum Brown product. You are allying yourself with revolution in the leisure beverage market. Indeed, in the culture of Halcyon itself, we're going to change the world together. Sincerely, Ludovico. Helen, I don't track down and profitably. Why? I don't understand why you and I must be enemies. Are we not both branches in the same tree of privilege? You command audiences with your masterly performances on the Aether Wave, and I command the attention of our corporate leaders. We're both cultural icons, with a responsibility to set a good example. I'm disappointed to discover you berated my seminars publicly and on official records. I take particular umbrage in your characterization of my most recent seminar, spearheading your project, How to Motivate Your Workforce Using Ancient Weaponry, as and I quote, nonsensical vanity project from a dyed-in-the-wool buffoon. These are fighting words. Expect to hear from my personal auditor soon. So, okay. Miss Profitability is also mad at Helen. Meron din siyang motive. 3 of them. 3 suspects. 4. We count the bellhop. From King Cannon. Miss Bellamy, you're a talented actor. I've enjoyed all your roles across the years. I'm especially fond of your performance in Terror on Monarch. Ludovico doesn't appreciate the serials. Maybe that's why he never knows when he's being played. He still thinks you're here to endorse Spectre Brown. Your performance has him fooled. I have a feeling I know what you're up to. It's always a little disappointing when the audience is a few steps ahead of the plot. Best. Cedric. Hack. From unknown client. Not found. Corrupted. Recover data. Knows the truth. Please hurry. Don't know how much longer I can keep from weird. Yes. In light of recent unfortunate events regarding the passing of a beloved cultural icon, we at the Grand Colonial have doubled the number of armed guards for only a small security surcharge. Surcharge non-refundable. The Grand Colonial is not responsible for death or dismemberment that occurs off hotel grounds. Okay. So the hotel wants to profit from her murder, from her death. It's weird. Skin tough. Rasho. Okay. Let's talk to Cedric. Is this a terminal? Yeah. I mean Ludovico.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed.
Yeah, I'm causing murders, not solving them.
I will be plain with you. I'd prefer not having to hire you at all. This matter should be resolved by Rizzo's security. But Cedric owns the land complexes, so we have a jurisdiction problem. Constable Keene encouraged us to hire a third-party freelancer. Right now, you're the best chance we have at resolving this incident and getting on with our affairs. I see. Well, I appreciate your candor. Yes, let's go with that. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
Helen was at the Purple Lair Orchards before her death. Based on the footprints, I've got a lead. I can't tell you why, but I need access to the orchards.
Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement.
Yeah.
Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
You can't keep your people under control, Ludovico. I'll bear that in mind.
You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
Thanks. Can I talk to him again?
Inspector?
Nothing. Just let's talk to you. So, if I go out here, can I choose my companions? Can I?
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the suite to your liking?
I didn't even know they made hotel rooms at large. It was great. It was fine. I don't feel too strongly about it.
That's completely fine, Inspector. Hopefully you'll warm up to it. Now, I'd love to bring you to a floor of your choosing.
I'd like to visit the VIP guest floor.
If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Bring me... Oh, there's no... Never mind. So for now, that's it for now. Time to rest. I need a little water break.